All right,
Well,
let's get
all
it.
right, man. What's good, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Sportsload. I'm your host, Ja. That's my brother over there, Mr. GPS himself, Mr. Garrett Paul Smith. And joining us for the second week in a row is my guy,
I made the cut.
Kay. You made the cut. Kay, you have to put your face a little closer to the camera so we can see you, bro. There he is. Well,
I was
yeah,
leaning
There
back,
he
man.
is.
Jesus.
yeah.
What's up, man? How's everyone doing, brother?
Well, I have better days for sure. I had a better,
Busy
had a,
week, man.
yeah, busy week. Yeah, ended with a thud, a real thud, man. This is
A
one of the
brick
worst
wall.
ones. Yeah, terrible
One of the
Super Bowl,
one
but
of the worst Super Bowls since it was in MetLife. Actually, I'm sure you guys
yeah,
remember that one.
yeah, Denver
It's
Seattle.
versus
opinion.
Carolina.
It's an opinion. I feel
Yeah,
like this was like this Super Bowl was kind of like a common sense scenario because like I feel like the Chiefs was gonna get stomped out because they don't have skill compared to like the Eagles. Like Eagles had
well,
like
I still had the game close though. I didn't think they was gonna get spanked.
Yeah, I didn't think
Even
it
if
was
he
gonna
was,
blow out
even
either. I
man.
thought it was gonna be like
yeah,
I thought
even
they
if
were
he,
7
playing.
points at least.
yeah,
But
even if the Eagles winning is not surprising. I just thought it was gonna be a closer game.
Nah, because like the last couple of games that the Chiefs did, and even during the season, like they were just like kind of skimming through a little bit.
Yeah, I mean they
The
could have
Bills
easily gone
game,
what 6 or 7 or even 1-16 if they could have.
like the Bills and the Texans games in the playoffs, like they won because of like really bad calls. You
Yeah,
know,
I mean,
like
but
yeah,
Their devil magic
that's the
ran
whole
out.
season. Yeah,
yeah,
but yeah, then the whole season was pretty much like that though.
like that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
I think the Eagles were just stomping out teams. Unfortunately, the Lions were doing the same thing, but the Lions, just
Yeah,
ran out of
there's
gas at the end.
yeah, the injuries caught up to them. Yeah, it's a tough loss because and then and the crazy thing is about this game, if you watch because I had the NFL ticket shit on my TV, and today, when I woke up this morning, well, this afternoon really, the Tampa Bay versus Kansas City game was playing, and it's almost exactly what Philly did to the Chiefs is exactly how Tampa beat them. Just ran through their offensive line
Yeah,
and just beat. It's the
Eagles
same exact
defense
game.
played out like lights
And it
out.
was also and it was also a blowout game. Was they also got blown out by Tampa? That was the same exact game. It just Mahomes did have a better game overall, but he was getting fucked up that whole game.
Yeah, they were.
That,
The
it,
Eagles
that was
defense was lights out the whole game.
oh yeah, they pitched a no, they pitched a shutout. They
Yeah.
could have easily pitched a shutout. It was a close up perfect game as you're gonna play.
I'm curious on what's gonna happen in the offseason for the Chiefs because
Oh, they're gonna load up on O line. They're
Well,
gonna load up on O line.
the problem is one of their O line is hitting the free agency, and he's probably gonna ask for a blank check and someone like
so
the
is it
Bengals.
Turney?
I believe so. I don't remember what's his name,
Yeah.
but he's probably one of their best players on the O line, as well as Chris Jones, who got hurt in the middle of that game. Is he officially like? Are they gonna try to shop him around? Are they gonna try to resign? I think he's on
I
a
don't think
franchise
so.
tag.
Yeah,
So-
I, no,
They
I
have
think
to resign him then, right? They have to resign him.
Yeah.
They can't.
Yeah, the thing is with I think they're gonna do the same thing they did after the Tampa loss, just reload. I think they're just gonna reload because the issue with them last year was that they need to reload on wide receivers, and what they did, reload on wide receivers. Technically, on paper, it minus the injury. They didn't know the injuries were not foreseen,
Yeah,
obviously.
but everyone's getting older, so it's like you're not gonna keep everyone. Like you're not gonna keep Hopkins probably.
No,
You're
he's
not gonna
gonna
keep.
be
You're not gonna keep Hollywood Brown.
No.
Xavier Worthy was phenomenal this year, but
yeah, and he's a rookie. He's on the rookie deal. He isn't going anywhere.
Yeah, he's not going
Yeah.
anywhere.
so unless they like try to finagle for Devontae Adams, who's on the market by the way,
Mhm.
shocker.
Yeah, officially.
Him and Aaron Rodgers might go to a different team together. That was the
Yep.
reports today,
The
if they go-
Raiders.
or the
If you-
Steelers.
Or the Steelers. Yeah, the Steelers are a possibility.
To Steelers, I would love to see them in the Steelers. But for Aaron's health, maybe the Raiders would be a better fit. They play indoors, you know what I mean? It's a better fit for him.
Devontae always wanted to be a West Coast guy, so maybe the Raiders. But like
Right.
Devontae's not gonna go back to the Raiders.
Back, yeah,
After just
yeah.
burning of that
There's
bridge.
no way.
That's
I thought he's
crazy.
coming back. I think I'm not worried about the Kansas City. I think they'll find a way to re-up. They reload. They just do. They're gonna do it. They're gonna have to fix the offensive line. They probably make another deal with the Bills. I'm not to get up the number one offensive lineman. Like,
Probably.
you know what I
There's a
mean?
lot of offensive linemen in this draft, so
Yeah, Bengals gonna reload. I'm not worried about the Chiefs. I'm not worried. I think they're gonna. I mean, I think if they would have won, I think Kelsey would have officially retired.
I
I
retired
think he
too.
would have. Yeah, I
I
don't think he's gonna
retired
retire.
too.
Now this is too much of a bad loss. I don't think he'll retire. I think they'll run it back one more time, and they still have a decent tight end in Noah. Was it Noah Grant? What's his
Noah
guy's
Gray.
name?
Noah Gray.
Gray. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a decent tight end. He might just need a shot. So again, I'm not worried about the Chiefs. But the window is closing. I would admit that the window is, but they're like watching Golden State towards they're teetering ish, but you still got a 28-year-old Mahomes. You know what I mean? You can still just build around that guy.
So I
He'll
had
make everybody. He got Pacheco.
I had to Google this, right? Because I was like, why did the Giants let Barkley walk? And he
$10
signed
million.
he signed 3 years, 37.75 million. 26 of that is guaranteed. The first year of his contract could be worth up to 15 million if he wins the Super Bowl. So congrats
There you
to
go.
fucking Barkley being
Yeah.
a 15
Barkley's the
man.
real
I'm
winner
happy
here.
for.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
he bet
exactly. You won
Yeah, he's
offensive
the-
player of the year and a Super Bowl is crazy.
and on his birthday.
And Cooper Eugene's birthday too.
Yeah,
and he got a
guy.
pick six.
White guy.
Yeah,
White guy DB
Bro.
gets pick six.
White
in the
guy
Super Bowl.
DB.
Big win for
White
white
guy
guys.
DB.
I
That's
was
like
so
we're-
hyped for that. I was like, yeah.
we live in an upside down world now, bro. When you got white guy DBs, 4 for pick sixes, bro, and on his birthday, no less.
Yeah, white guy supremacy.
Yeah,
Sound like
Oh,
gay over here
man.
now.
Gary Ye.
Yeah.
Oh man, but it was a clunker of a game for the Chiefs. Jalen Hurts now, does that put him amongst not the elite, but is he like a top tier quarterback? Would you say now?
He's Joe Flacco, man. Got that one.
You
Super
think
Bowl.
so?
He
Yeah,
got
man, I
one
think
Super
he's
Bowl now.
good.
He's Joe Flacco. That's his level.
I mean,
He's
Yeah,
elite.
I think he's better than that though.
I think
I think
yeah.
He's
gonna end up better
26.
than that.
Like he's like 26. He has like another like 15 more years if you really want to think about it.
Yeah, he could be.
Yeah.
Now,
He could be like a multi Super Bowl winner. I think in the future. Like,
Yeah, because
he has
the base of
potential. This
the
is just the
knock
start.
on him, which I don't understand why the knock on him is like he's not as good as the other guys, but he's a Super Bowl winner. He's a good game manager. I like him. I don't think there's nothing wrong with him.
the Eagles team won a Super Bowl without him, so that's kind of like they kind of like reloaded and went back again with the same team.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
But I think it's
I
just his first
I
couple
think he's
years
good,
wasn't
man.
his first couple years wasn't that like hot, you know? Like his first
Right.
2 years, like they kind of like wrote him off a little bit, and then he kind of like got into the scenarios of Nick
'Cause
Sirianni.
he was supposed to be like a placeholder during the Doug Peterson years, right? Like this was after when
yeah.
Carson Wentz came back from injury or something
I
like
think
that.
it was like a backup
Yeah,
at
he was
first,
sick.
and then he kind of won the starting job.
And then Nick Sirianni made him blossom pretty much, right?
His passing has been way better than it used to be. I think he's like
I just
improved by a lot. He's like really accurate now.
Well, another thing is that Kellen Moore is the Saints head coach now, right? Like that's the official, well, not official, but it's like expected.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It should have been official like a week or two ago, right? Because it was the cat's out the bag officially now, right?
Yeah, but they can't announce it if he's still like playing, right?
Playing, yeah.
like,
yeah.
Uh,
They can announce it, but he is.
I don't know who they're gonna replace him.
That'll be interesting to see because it's gonna need
That-
someone
that will be
that
That could work
coach
with Jalen Hurts.
defense.
Yeah, I agree. Like that's a big one. Pause. Like because losing him, and then you have to make sure you can't just put a placeholder guy anything like that. You have to legitimately put a one that can work with Saquon and Brown and Jalen Hurts as well.
Oh, yeah.
I think Brown. If I'm them, I'll count my losses with Brown. To be honest with you.
Yeah, really? You'd cut Brown?
Yeah, I'll get rid of him. Find what I can for him. He's a liability, man.
AJ
he's-
Brown.
Yeah, he's a liability, man.
Mm,
He's a liability. He's gonna especially if you have like a guy like a offensive coordinator that's not like he could just talk shit like walk all over. Like, he's an emotional guy. He could literally win a game for you or break the game for you.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
he doesn't do.
He's
No,
talented, though.
man.
He's too
No,
talented
this
to let
talent.
walk.
No, listen, his talent is out of this world. But I just think his attitude is gonna. It could fuck them up. It could really fuck them
Wait,
up. He could be a
You
liability.
could say that with Jamar Chase, and he just got a triple crown.
Right, but that's
Or Justin Fields. I mean, Justin
but-
Jefferson. Sorry.
Right, but those guys, they have the power to do that because they're not a franchise that's really like like the Steelers or the Giants, or they're not like that. They could do whatever they want.
I
A team
mean,
like the Eagles, they would get Eagles. You think the Eagles are like, even in the draft, they make bold moves all the time. It wouldn't be surprising if they're like, yo, fuck this guy, let's get somebody else. Let's get two guys like him.
it depends on what they get as an offer. If like the Patriots give them like the second overall pick or whatever, like why
Mhm.
not? But like,
Look, they
I don't
got
think he's gonna get
Jalen
that
Carter
much.
when
That's
they need him.
crazy.
nah, yeah. But I'm saying like if
Maybe a
Howie
second
Roseman, I
round
think
pick.
that's the name, right?
Yeah, but the
Ah.
thing is too, like, look how they got Jalen Carter. Look how they got even him and AJ Brown.
Yeah.
They didn't
I'm-
need him at that time. They picked like 15th, and they weren't even in the top 10 picks.
They kind of
Yeah.
just get the Lakers GM like mode where they just get like they fall into like greatness. I mean, Jalen Carter was like the 10th overall pick, but like he slipped. Like he was supposed to be a
Yeah,
top 3
because-
pick, and
yeah,
he
it
slipped.
Yeah,
was
but it
over
was just
some
because he had crime on his record.
Yeah,
It's
he-
like, he had
yeah,
like
he-
a criminal
Some
record.
bullshit
So
ass crime, yeah, which is stupid, by the way.
it was
It was,
like
he
car related stuff.
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
because he was
like,
a top
he was racing,
3, right? He was some street racing shit, and
Yeah.
somebody got hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like he was scheduled to be a top 3 pick going into that draft. And you think that you like talent will always, knowing this GM, he's willing to pull the trigger on anything. He would have fired Nick Sirianni this year. He was
100%.
willing to do it. Yeah.
I was
So it's
thinking
not
that as well, but-
surprising. Yeah. So don't be surprised that AJ Brown won't be on this team next year. It's
I don't.
attitude is
How's
sucks,
his
man.
cap? Like, how's the cap hit? Like, because a lot of people are saying like, oh, the cap hit's like 20 or 30 million or something like that, and like that
I
might
think-
make sense.
I believe he just signed a deal too, like last year. I think it's like 140
But
million or something like that.
I don't really.
I want to say
know.
that.
I think the Eagles are just running this team back. I'm not gonna lie to
Oh
you.
no, I think so too. I think they're gonna be hard to beat in the
All
NFC.
right. AJ Brown is 3 years, 96 million, and
Okay.
84 million of that is guaranteed with an
$17
annual
million
32
cap
million.
hit.
Mm.
17 is not that crazy, man.
I mean, second most on the team behind Jalen Hurts, and then right
So?
with Lane Johnson. So
Yeah, they need to fix up that. Like, I think they need to fix up that O line because a lot of those O linemen are getting older in a way.
And the defensive line is getting older as well.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
Behind Jalen Carter, after Jalen Carter, it's a huge drop off in age, I believe, and one of the oldest defensive lines in the league.
unfortunately, this draft class is offensive line and defensive lines, so
Yeah.
it's like Eagles are just gonna restock again and continue. But on the Chiefs side, it's like what's happening? Like, you can't
They
rerun
did-
this team, man.
Oh no, I think they're gonna have to just find a way to. The line is gonna be a priority. I honestly don't think they need to do so much on wide receiver at all.
No, they got to.
But-
Like, you're not gonna have Worthy be your first overall guy and just be that. You gotta have
I-
like a red zone guy, and
I
I don't
think
think
that's what-
Hopkins is gonna be that guy.
No. I think Hopkins is gone. But I think they could build around. They could either draft one again, a big wide receiver. You're never gonna have too many of those in the draft. They're they're everywhere.
Hear me out. Cooper
Yeah.
Cup to the Chiefs.
There you go. You see,
yeah, there you go.
you're thinking. There you go.
That will be.
Or Devontae
The Empire
Adams.
Strikes
Devontae
Back.
Adams. He would be a good replacement.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah,
swap him at that point.
I mean, the reports that's happening right now with the Cooper Cup trade is like the Rams are dying to like trade him away.
Just
I don't know
shop him up.
why.
Yeah. I don't.
I mean, he's getting
well,
20
a
million or
cap-
something like that, but like,
Because he's old.
So it's not a-
and he's old and injury prone.
injury
so,
prone.
yeah.
That's why I don't think I think the Chiefs probably won't push on that. I think they'll probably go after Devontae more than they'll go after Cooper.
Yeah.
And they don't want to have to give up anything.
Cooper was still productive. And
No,
but the
I-
thing
He's
is
still a good
that
wide receiver. It's just he's not healthy most of the time.
yeah, Cooper Cup's like the Rams like wants to. They're willing to pay like half of his contract if.
Yeah, they just want
get
him
rid
out.
of it.
They just want to get because they think they just want to focus on Nakua. And I think they honestly they overachieved. They really was hoping a down year from Matthew Stafford so they could at least move on that one quarterback.
Yeah.
And now they might be stuck with him for another year. But you still
I
got
mean,
Nakua, still
still
got
playing
you got
first.
So got Kyron Williams. He's been really good.
Yeah.
The running
yeah.
back.
I think the Rams are in a good space. I think Cooper Cup is just the odd man out. But if you put a gun to my head, I think I'd rather have Devontae Adams than Cooper Cup, just because he'll be just there on the field.
Healthier, yeah.
Yeah,
Even
he'll
though
be there.
Adams isn't
Uh,
necessarily not injury prone either, but
He's not. Yeah, but he's not better overall than Cooper. But Cooper will probably give you a good 6 to 7 games, maybe.
if you're lucky.
Whereas Devontae will give me 10 to 15 at least.
I feel like the production wise, like obviously it's injury prone or whatever, but I think the production wise, like Cooper Cup was elite when it came down to even this year. He was pretty good still. He
Yeah,
gave you good numbers, but
I don't mind. I think it'll be good. It'll be good for them to have him. I don't know. I would rather have Devontae Adams. And then the draft, but I think they're going to just focus on the line. I think that's going to be the main focus. I think it's going to be the repeat of exactly what happened after the Tampa Super Bowl. They're just going to reload at the offensive line, win 2 more Super Bowls, and then you know what I mean? And that's what they're going to do. That's what they always do. They always find a way to make themselves slightly better than last year. Just they're really, really overstocked at wide receiver and didn't do any patchwork on the whole line. Their best offensive tackle, their best offensive lineman, wasn't even playing his position today. Turney, he had to play outside of his position.
Do you think a guy like Deebo Samuel will go to the Chiefs?
Oh,
Because
that's a good one, actually.
Listen, if I'm the Chiefs, sell me him. Give me whatever you want. Like, get him.
He's injury prone. I feel like it would be like for you guys, it would be Devontae, Cooper, Deebo, right? Because like Deebo's injury prone, as well as like he's not.
Had a cup, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You know
Deebo was
why?
not productive this year. He was like a fucking fantasy bust this year.
No,
the year before he was great. I had him in fantasy. He was great. So I don't.
The only reason I would say Deebo will be better next year is because he has a chip on his shoulder now. Now you got a motivated Deebo.
Yeah,
and if you put him in Kansas City, you're in Kansas City. You think with Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, you think you're gonna play that bitch mode that you was playing in San Francisco?
No,
you're part of a win. No, you want to win. We beat you already. You just tagging along for the ride. So act accordingly. You know what I mean? I think Deebo will be perfect. Again, I do worry about him being injury prone. But when he's on the field, you can put him as a running back as well. Something you can't do with Cooper. Cooper's very one-dimensional, man.
Yeah. He's a route runner, though. Like he's a route runner.
Yeah, I know he is. He's a good route runner, but Deebo just does so much, man.
Yeah.
And again,
I
you're not wrong. You're not.
Overall.
Yeah.
So.
I would I'd make Deebo my number 1 priority if I was Kansas City.
I don't know. I feel like Cooper Kupp is like your red zone threat in a way and he'll free up Worthy to kind of make it like work. With Deebo, it's like you kind of have Worthy in that like route running back, like speedster. So it's like you kind of get
no way you should have Worthy as your number 1. Though. He's your home run.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like I don't think Deebo is gonna be your number 1 either.
More of a slot receiver than number 1, a true number 1.
Like how you have AJ Brown and Devontae Smith.
That's exactly. Yeah,
you need that big man guy. Pause. In that way where it's like.
Yeah. Isn't Deebo? You wouldn't put Deebo in that category because Deebo is a big wide receiver, isn't he?
I feel like Brandon Ayuk was that big man.
Ayuk?
Ayuk, yeah. And then Deebo was that like speedster, like slot receiver guy, dude.
I had them the other way around.
Oh yeah, Deebo's only 6 foot tall. Never mind. He's actually not.
Really?
Yeah, he's only 6 foot, 216. So, yeah, he's actually more of a slot guy.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. See,
so
in that case,
Devontae Adams would be better than Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, Devontae Adams will be my number 1. Yeah, I'll go after Devontae first.
And he's a free agent, so it's kind of easier.
Man,
Devontae's not a free agent.
Yeah, he is.
He's not.
Jets had him it was a rental. They traded for him.
I thought they still have a cap on him, and that's why they're like moving on.
Maybe the Raiders do still. I don't know. Does the Raiders still pay
his
shit?
He's a free agent. Pretty sure. Because he's not returning to the Jets.
That I know for sure.
Yeah, 2026 he's a Jet still. 2026, and then 2027 he's void free agent.
Oh, he has one more year, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So they're gonna just flat out cut him and eat that money?
I mean,
No, they're probably gonna trade him.
I don't think they're
and,
gonna
like-
cut him.
Nah, there's no way they're gonna cut him.
No,
I think they're gonna
no.
trade him. He signed a 5-year deal, 5-year, 140.
Damn.
Oh yeah, you're right. He's still
Yeah.
on the team. I didn't realize he was still on the team. I thought he was gone.
That. Wow.
All right.
So, wow. What's Kansas City's cap looking like?
Terrible. I mean, I'll look it up, but
That's crazy. I didn't know he was still on the team.
yeah, I was
Yeah, they're gonna have to trade him. Yeah, they will have to trade him.
You think they would trade him then? I guess because it doesn't make sense to keep him with no
Yeah, they're pretty much rebuilding.
quarterback at the moment. Well, outside
Yeah,
of,
which
like,
I
Jordan Travis.
well, look, man. I mean, the second. I don't. The second round. What number you guys picked?
We
probably in
picked,
the mid 50s or mid 40s, actually. Sorry.
Yeah, because that kid Dort and the kid from Syracuse, man, could be something. But you knowing the Jets, you guys will probably go after
They're
Jalen
gonna-
Monroe.
They're gonna
Fuck that
kill
up.
the development. That's the problem.
Yeah,
the
you
Chiefs
guys
don't
are-
have any cap space. They have like
None.
barely any.
Yeah, they have to cut some guys. They're gonna make room. I'm telling you, man, the Chiefs they're gonna find a way. They're just gonna find a way. I'm not worried about the Chiefs. I think they're gonna be right back in the mix again next year.
I mean, yeah, I would say like I could see it, but like in a way, it's like there's a lot of like hungry teams, like the Ravens, Bills. You can technically say the Texans. I'm kind of biased, but in a way,
Yeah.
like they have young players that like a
Yeah.
lot of
Look,
free agency guys can.
I agree with you, but they have yet to do it. They have 4 or 5 years now to dethrone this guy, and this is this weakest team, and they still couldn't beat him. This is as weak as his team has ever been. They did patchwork
yeah.
the whole. Yeah, this is the week. Like they loaded up. Ravens loaded up. The Bills actually didn't load up, and they just stand pat, and they made it. They give them a run for their money. This was the Ravens' year. I actually think this was the Ravens' year.
Yeah, me too.
Like this would have been perfect for the Ravens.
Unfortunately, they matched up with the Bills instead of the Chiefs. If it was the
Yeah,
other way around, they
And the
would,
thing is, too, like
kick
the
off.
Bills on paper don't wow you, man. Other than Josh Allen and maybe James Cook, does that team scare you? The fact that they beat them, that's
Name
like
a
again,
wide
like
receiver on that team. Yeah, you can.
Curtis
Gabe
Samuel,
Davis. Gabe Davis.
not on the
He's not on the
team.
team.
Jacksonville.
Yes, on the Bills.
Jacksonville, yeah.
He's on Jacksonville. He's in
He's
Jacksonville.
not on
No,
the team,
wait.
bro. You're correct.
Curtis
Yeah.
Samuel, Shakur.
Well, we
Shakur.
can, but like the average fan
Yeah.
couldn't. I bet you.
No, the average fans couldn't for
No.
sure.
I have to think about that because I'm not gonna give Shakur and the rookie obviously because I might have to think about it. But like
This
you
is the
don't
Ravens' year.
need.
This is the best time.
I mean, in today's society, you don't need like an all elite wide receiver anymore. You just
No.
need like
Someone to catch
Talented.
the ball.
yeah.
Yeah, so like
yeah.
that's why I think that's why the Chiefs is not a concern of mine. They can literally patch up their receiving core, just load up. All you do is protect the guy.
Yeah.
You gotta load up. Offensive lineman is the most important. It's going to be the most important like position in the NFL. You need to gotta protect your Hall of Famer.
As long as the Chiefs has Patrick Mahomes, I can't
Yeah.
like just say like nah, they're washed, they're done. But
Yeah,
like
you can't.
again, there's
Still young,
there's a
too.
lot of like teams that are competing. Like the Broncos are like low key like steady, you know, and the Chargers.
Your
We're not
team.
even talking about the
Yeah.
like we're not even talking about like the Bengals
No.
who
Yeah, I agree.
had
Look,
an elite
I'll,
but
I'll start worrying about the Chiefs when they lose a game, a real game to the West to their division.
the
right?
playoff
To their
series, I'm
division.
assuming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They gotta get dethroned. I can't. It's hard for me to like just look at this game and be like, this is the future of this team. I think the luck just ran out on this team. That's it.
The
They got
devil
lucky
magic
this
just
whole
ran
season.
Out. The refs couldn't help
Yeah.
them in this case.
Yeah, it was
That's all it
literally
was.
the luck ran out. The luck ran out.
And
They got
it's-
exposed.
We called it, and too, like earlier in the
Yeah.
season, we were like, Bucks gonna run out in the Super Bowl, or they're gonna win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Either way.
We did say that like the luck
Yeah.
the luck is gonna run out eventually. It's just a bad time. It was a bad. I thought the luck was gonna go run out against the Bills. To be honest with you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
I mean,
but
the Eagles just had momentum because they were just stomping out I think the Commanders game, it was like 60 points or whatever. Like it was just a shootout.
Yeah.
So like you go from that to like this. It was like you go from that to this. It's like
it should have been the writing on the wall. Now that you like we're talking about it, I'm like, this makes sense why they beat them up like that. The Eagles just came in and they had the number 1 defense, so they was gonna roll on. That was gonna roll on them.
And that's how you beat Mahomes. You get up in his face early and often.
That's how the Giants beat. Yeah, that's how you beat Tom Brady too. Like the Giants did that with their defense all the way. Like let's be honest, Eli didn't deserve to win those MVPs. You know what I mean?
Not a Hall of Famer, by the way. Not a Hall of Famer.
Yes, he is.
Not a Hall of Famer. Not a Hall of Famer.
Super Bowls. He's a Hall of Famer. Easy.
He's a Hall of Famer, bro. Easily. He's a first. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Bro, let me tell you.
Quarterback with 2 Super Bowls is a Hall of Famer. He is too.
Quick rundown. First Super Bowl, he beats Brett Favre in Green Bay. He beat Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. All right. He beat Tampa doesn't count. Fuck Tampa. And he beat Romo. I guess that they were the number 1 team in the NFC East at that time. He beat them.
Yeah,
he went through Hall of Famers. Yeah, and he beat them. He beat all the greats to get where he to win the Super Bowl.
His numbers.
He's top 10 in.
So you're telling me like Nick Foles is a goddamn Hall of Famer?
No, he only has 1 Super Bowl. He's not.
Nick Foles only had 1 Super Bowl.
All right.
Yeah.
Like
I think.
Eli has some mediocre numbers,
before.
Season-wise,
he's a Hall of Famer.
It's not matter for quarterbacks. It doesn't matter about his stats. The stats don't matter.
Yeah, it's Super Bowl. He won 2 before his own brother. His brother beat Brady.
I say this before. Well, his brother had a fucking broken neck, man. What are you supposed to do? I'll say this before. If Eli was on like the Cleveland Browns and won, not the Cleveland Browns actually, on a small market team. If he was on the Cleveland Browns, he's definitely be a Hall of Famer. But if he was like if he was on Jacksonville or like a small market team, you think he's gonna be a Hall of Famer and win 2 Super Bowls? I don't think so.
If he took Jacksonville to 2 Super Bowls and won in the same fashion,
yeah.
Oh, he's definitely a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer.
I think the New York market gasses him up a little bit.
Well, New York, especially New York, LA, Chicago, those markets will always inflate everything. But I think he's a legit Hall of Famer. If you look at the past Hall of Fame quarterbacks, some of them don't even belong there. He's
agreed.
Better numbers
100%.
than them.
But
so give him their statue, then let him in.
There's quarterbacks that haven't won anything and just did the bare minimum. I feel like Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to be in the Hall of Fame as well. And
even a better thing, Eli's dad never won. Was always in a losing franchise in the Hall of Fame.
Isn't Dan Marino in the Hall of Fame as well? And he never won.
Yeah,
right?
never won.
Yeah.
But
Dan Marino had he had MVP.
He had insane stats though.
Yeah, insane stats. You couldn't deny him because of the stats. But and then that year when they were undefeated, was he on that team? They lost in the Super Bowl too, right?
No, that was he was not on that team. That was in '72. I think.
He doesn't have any rings, right? So
yeah.
I know. It was before his time. He had
I think he got
61,000 yards, 420 touchdowns. I mean, you're not gonna beat that.
I was gonna say like how the New York market is with like, for example, the Odell Beckham catch. Still giving Odell Beckham a job. Like he's still around the league, which he hasn't been like relevant like since that catch, which is insane. Yeah. But like I feel like that's how the New York market is and stuff like that. And
everything's always going to be inflated in New York. But I think Eli, if you talk about Hall of Fame, given like look at all the quarterbacks in the Hall of Fame, you can tell Eli's better than a lot of them. Some of them don't even belong in the Hall of Fame. There's a lot of players that don't belong.
I agree.
Yeah. I think if you want to base things on rings, I think now that with Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady, I think 3 should get you in a discussion. 2 you could think about, but
in 3, Hall of Fame.
Yeah, if I'm talking about quarterbacks, if you're a quarterback, I know Eli only has 2 and Peyton only has 2, but if this is me personally judging it. If you're an elite quarterback, like let's say Lamar Jackson or those guys are going to be in the Hall of Fame no matter what. That's more regular season than anything. But if you want to talk about greatness and stuff, 3 gets you in automatically. 3 is automatic. Because Nick Foles could easily win 2. You know what I mean? He just got to get the luck of the draw. You know what I mean?
He's retired now, but like.
Right, but I'm saying like I'm just giving like an example. Like fucking a backup could be can get lucky and just be by the luck of the draw.
Yeah,
But
Brad
three,
Johnson.
yeah, exactly. But if
Trent
you give me
Dilfer.
three, yeah,
I
and for a quarterback, that's where
Yeah.
where
I think
quarterback.
longevity is
Quarterbacks are
also
judged by that.
And
I
I
think-
agree with longevity as well.
longevity and just the amount of starts and stuff like that too,
Mhm.
because you can't just like. Well,
Dude, Eli only missed like 5 games, so he was very
unless
durable.
unless it's like Patrick Mahomes, not to be glazing him, but like he won his Super Bowl, like he won like 3 Super Bowls in like
Mhm.
his first 5 years. He can
Yeah.
retire now and be a Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer,
right?
yeah,
Like,
he's easily in.
I don't know,
But-
Jim.
But-
He's
yeah.
it, man. Oh, he's like he won't even be a discussion. Like he could literally retire tonight,
yeah,
and we're
That's what I'm
like, all
saying.
right, like they might even speed him through. They might like, how long we have to wait for him to put him in the hall? Nah, put
5
him next year.
months. Not 5
Unfortunately-
years, 5 months.
unfortunately, guys like Tony Romo and Philip
Oh,
Rivers
Jim.
is gonna be I think both of those guys are gonna be Hall of Famers. So
That's what I'm saying.
that's-
If those guys are in and Eli's not, it's a travesty.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
backwards.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
Quarterbacks are
Eli's gonna
judged
get
by
it
Super
next year.
Bowls, I think that's how it should
That's
be.
the problem. Yeah, and that's gonna be the sack again. If this trend continues with like let's say Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes, then where does that leave Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow? You know, what I mean,
Lamar is in, I think, because he has 2 MVPs already.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He's like 24 or some shit like that. So
Yeah, I think Lamar is an automatic. Even
Josh Allen and Joey Burrow is the only questions. in my
I
opinion.
got Allen. I put Allen in before Burrow right now.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I
Burrow's probably
guess,
down
but-
on the list. He hasn't done enough.
Yeah.
Josh Allen got the participation MVP award
The DEI
because
MVP.
Saquon should have got it.
The
Uh,
DEI MVP just right
uh,
after Trump's nomination.
Saquon Barkley should have 100% got that MVP, but
It's very hard for
He
a
always
running
goes
back.
to quarterback though, usually.
Yeah.
unless you
If he
break
would've-
the record.
If he would have broke the record, he would have been up there, at least number 2.
They should have just ran him in that game against the
Y-
other team they were playing. Was it the
No,
Giants?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like Adrian Pearson won that. Like he was the last running back to get the MVP, and like everyone was saying, like Peyton Manning got robbed that year. So
Oh.
it doesn't
no.
really matter. It doesn't
No.
even matter.
It doesn't even matter.
break
Adrian
any
Peterson
record.
deserved it. Yeah. Adrian Peterson should have got it. Peyton Manning would have won MVP because it's Peyton Manning. But
Adrian Pearson
Yeah.
was averaging 250 yards a game.
Come
It
on
was
now.
crazy.
Yeah, I remember
Come on.
that season.
Yeah.
That was insane. It was like what
Nuts.
2007.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, was it 11? 10ish? 10ish? I think 2009, 10ish. I think
I want to say it was.
It was-
I don't know.
it was after Hurricane. The one that hit New Orleans, I believe.
Katrina?
2005.
Yeah.
Wait a second. It was
Well, yeah.
2000-yard season. It was. I feel like it was.
I remember that year because it was the year
After
they
that,
played the Packers in the playoffs, and that kicker just shanks it in
Oh,
the end.
yeah.
And it was like 7 degrees or some shit like that.
No,
That's
no,
why I
you're right.
remember
You're
it.
right. It was 2012 that he broke the
Mm.
2,000-yard mark.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, he had.
insane.
Yeah, he was averaging
Yeah, I-
131 yards a game, which is crazy.
He's a no-brainer Hall of Famer, right?
Yeah, I think he's already in.
He's not in
No?
yet.
Is him beating his
I don't-
kids the problem?
It
I know
might
he's not
be.
eligible yet.
Allegedly.
Is he eligible yet?
No, he's not eligible yet next year, because he
Yeah, I
retired in
think he's-
2021. So
Okay, so he should be. If he's not in, then it's about him whipping his kids. I'm like, that's
it has to
stupid.
be. I mean, he's
I
14
mean,
thousand
nobody
yards,
brings him-
120 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Come on. He's elite, man.
couple
He's an elite
MVP
player.
or one MVP.
Like, Frank Gore's gonna get in, but it's not because of anything other than his longevity. You know what I mean? Like Frank
Peterson
Gore,
has longevity too. He played for a
like
long
20
time,
teams.
15 years.
Yeah, towards his end. Yeah,
That's a long
but
time
Frank
for a
Gore
running
just-
back.
yeah.
It's a long time.
Frank Gore is also gonna get into. I have a bad feeling he's gonna get in as well. I don't think he
Oh,
should,
yeah.
but
I think he's the most like, not rushing, but like attempts. I think, or like,
yeah, I think he
come on.
probably had the most carries, right?
yeah,
I can
something
look
like
up.
that.
That's
I don't
Yeah,
think it's
'cause
like overall yard. It's either. I don't know about.
I remember he
overall.
played a long time.
Yeah.
He had a lot of horsepower on that guy.
By the way, Joe, I have a question.
Yes,
Do
sir.
you think Jalen Hurts is top 5 right now?
So we got what Mahomes,
Yep.
Jackson, Allen.
Yep.
I'm not high on Burrow as a lot of people are. I'm really
Okay.
not. I'm not high on Burrow. I would put him and Burrow like neck and neck. Pause. I would right now because he got the ring. I'll probably put Hurts above Burrow. I'm not high on Burrow, bro. I'm really not. He just had one good year.
Yeah.
One good year. The year they went to the
Yeah.
Super Bowl and beat Kansas City.
What about Herbert?
No,
And
I think he's
and
better
Ja-
than Herbert.
Jalen
I think he's
Daniels?
better than him. Yeah, Jay Daniels still was 1 year. He gotta build up. He gotta build up a book. You know what I mean? He only got a page right now.
I mean,
His story has yet been told. I mean, he had one of the greatest.
years.
But again, so did CJ Stroud, and look at CJ Stroud this year. Like CJ didn't have a horrible year.
to
but
be fair though, Jalen Daniels went
CJ
to
did
he went to the NFC like champs
yeah,
compared to CJ
Yeah.
Stroud. So and with like what Terry McLaurin and then like who
Yeah.
else is Noah Brown
And-
is the second best wide receiver.
yeah,
Come on.
and this team is gonna load up for sure on defense
That's
and wide
another
receiver.
team that I think would go like be competitive and aggressive.
Yeah, that's what I'm
compared to
saying.
the Chiefs.
I could see this is I could see Kansas City making it next year. I don't see Philly making it next year. All because of what the NFC is going to end up doing. They're going to get better. I think Detroit's going to be in the mix.
Especially
I think Washington,
the Commanders are going to be. They're going to be good.
Yeah.
they're going to be. I think the Commanders are going to load up because they have a lot of cap space.
I think this
And-
is the most aggressive free agency that's going to happen.
Mhm.
A lot of
I
people are
agree.
going to get overpaid, or they're just going to go to insane teams, and you're just going to see like stupid teams get like
Yeah, the dumb money.
random players,
Yeah.
just random players. Like Sam Darnold might go to the Raiders, or he might go to like the goddamn Rams. Who
I
knows?
think if I'm the Vikings, I'll just tag him. I'll just tag him.
Yeah, but
That's
like,
what-
wouldn't that be like 50 or 60 million for the tag?
No, it's only like 30 million.
No, it's depending on the market, right?
Well, it's the average of every QB. So it'll be,
Oh,
Oh yeah.
well,
see?
there's a lot of high-paid quarterbacks though now, right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
one of
they're-
them.
it's like 30 or 40 million. Oh, it's 38 million for the franchise tag. So yeah, it is going. It
yeah.
is higher than it used to be, but it's not 50 million yet.
I wouldn't. I don't mind the franchise tag there, but
Yeah, that's what he's gonna get in the open market anyway.
no, he's getting more than that.
Somebody from probably the Raiders, right?
Raiders, Jets, Giants.
He's not
he
going
didn't do
back to the
himself out of-
Jets. He's not going back to the
He's
Jets.
not going to the Giants either. The Giants ain't gonna pay that guy. They're gonna end up. He might as well just stay in the Vikings then, because the Giants he's gonna be another rental for them.
You don't think like the Browns will like overpay him?
Oh, I mean, they're always good for an overpay.
Well,
Oh,
okay.
They're always
then
good
they
for
also
it.
traded
No,
Speaking
they're
of
not
them
gonna
too,
overpay.
Miles
they're
Garrett's
gonna-
on the market too. He
Yeah,
wants to
they're-
be on the market.
They're not gonna overpay him. I think they're gonna fully rebuild. Unfortunately for the Browns, I'm sorry, Browns fans.
Not me. I'm glad they need. I mean, isn't every year a real year for them? Like, I don't get
Pretty
these teams. They gotta wash their hands of that contract of Deshaun Watson. I don't know what they can do with that money because it's like 2 more years left and there's a lot of dead money on that contract. Yeah,
I
fully guaranteed, right?
They restructured it recently, and then he tore his Achilles again. Like not like during the NFL games, but like he tore it like off season.
Oh
or
yeah.
whatever.
You're right. He did it because rehabbing it or something.
Yeah, no, because he didn't have a walking boot, and he like took a pic. He did a TikTok with his girlfriend, and everyone was like, "Why does he not have a walking boot?" He just like had surgery on his Achilles. So like, I think there's like a clause in his. I don't know if it's true, but I think there's a clause in his injury contract. If like,
And I'm Cleveland. I'm shipping him, and I'll just eat the money. Yeah, I'm just shipping him off, and I'll just eat the money.
It's like
You get a
$100
quarterback that I really
million
want.
you're eating.
Oh, that's how much is left.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
a lot. It's like 2 or 3 years left. They did restructure it, but it's still like $100 million.
I mean, the
I think.
Broncos do that with the Russell Wilson. You see what they're doing now. So
Yeah, I think they do something similar with him to just eat the money. Look again. I know how high it is, but what are you gonna do with him? Like, what can you possibly do? He's just gonna sit there.
Nothing.
That's
They
a
screwed-
bad
They
contract.
screwed themselves. They screwed
Yeah,
themselves.
I can't. I have no sympathy for them at all.
Yeah.
I have no sympathy for them at all.
shout
It
out
is what it is
Houston
with them.
for trading him for 4 first-round picks or 3 first-round
Yeah.
picks and a second rounder. That's what you gotta do when you just you're not gonna extend him.
Yeah, you'll see
He's
what
gonna
you can
get
get for him.
generational money, and you're just like, yeah, we can't do anything.
Yeah, I can't do that. Yeah, it was a good. It was a hindsight being 2020, man. That was a great deal.
It was a fleece trade by the Texans for sure.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Hindsight
I
2020,
don't
of
know.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what are you just gonna do for this quarterback, man?
I have no
Because
idea at
you
this
might,
point. We gotta draft somebody, I think. That's or because
you're
Aaron
definitely gonna
Rodgers
have
said
to
he's
draft
not coming
somebody.
back. So
Yeah, and the thing is with that, you guys just really you guys got a good coach. Even though I would rather you guys had a guy in a offensive minded coach.
yeah, same.
Right.
Aaron Glenn seems like he would have been a good coach with just the fact that you have no quarterback now. A vet would have been perfect for you guys.
I have a couple of options for the Jets, though. From last week, I was thinking about Derek Carr is a number one option, I think, for the Jets.
As
Unfortunately, he's
bridge
older.
quarterback,
Yeah, as a
maybe.
bridge quarterback, you're not
Yeah,
gonna be you're not gonna find a franchise quarterback in
Yeah,
the
you guys gonna
free
go for
agency.
bridge. You guys gonna need a bridge immediately. A
Someone
patch-up
that
quarterback.
I think is potentially could be a franchise quarterback is Joe Milton, the Patriots backup
Ooh.
quarterback. He kind of showed off in the last week.
Yeah, he
and
showed
then,
off. Yeah,
you know, I don't know how the Patriots are gonna they're division rivals, so they're probably not gonna make a move there.
that'll be
And
tough.
I don't
Unless
know
they
what the
cut him or
market is for
something.
him.
Yeah.
They're not gonna cut him. They're gonna probably cut Jacoby Brissett. Joe Milton is a rookie. He was like rookie this year. So
Oh, okay.
What
He's
about-
there for, he's
what
there for 5
about-
years then.
Yeah.
Him
What
and
about
Drake
the
May.
soon? What about the soon-to-be cut Kirk Cousins? What about him?
If he could stay healthy or play good, maybe. But
no,
I mean, just
Kirk
on
Cousins
the
gotta be
Russell
an
Wilson
analyst, bro.
contract, because he's
like
gonna
a
get the
one-year
money. He's gonna,
deal. I guess I could consider.
yeah, he's not. Remember, he has to. He just signed that deal, so it's gonna be the Falcons got to eat that money. It's
I
gonna be a
would-
Russell Wilson thing all over again. It's just
If
gonna be
you're the-
like,
If I'm the Jets, you would definitely go for Matthew Stafford over Kirk Cousins.
oh, for
yeah.
sure.
Is he
Or Justin
available?
Fields. It's probably gonna be available,
Oh yeah.
but
That'd be,
You pack. What about for that number 8 pick, Garrett?
no.
You would do it?
For Matthew
That's what
Stafford,
they-
no.
That's what they're asking for.
No.
If-
Why would they
if-
ask?
if-
That's crazy. That's an insane asking price. I would never.
I would say like it would be Matthew Stafford and a second round swap.
Yeah, second round
Mm.
would be what I
Probably.
would trade. Maximum.
Okay.
That's like the
You
highest.
think Brock Purdy? You think he's gonna have record breaking? Like he's gonna be the top pair this year?
Yeah, he's gonna resign. They're gonna throw the bag at him.
62
because-
or 63 or something like that.
That's
65 million.
That's crazy for a system quarterback.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. He's gonna get 65.
if
I'll
Trevor
say, like,
Lawrence
50.
and
I'm gonna say 50. I don't think he's gonna.
He
be
should get
55.
50. He should get 50, but I think he's gonna go 65, bro. I think he's gonna go 65.
I think he's gonna ask for 65. They're gonna give him like I think they're gonna give him like 58, 59.
With a shit ton of incentive.
Yeah,
That's such an
Like,
that's
maybe.
such an arbitrage contract.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird
'Cause
because
That's
he is
gonna
a
age
system
poorly, I'll
quarterback.
tell you that much.
I don't know, cause it's like
No matter what, it's gonna be a bad contract, I think,
Oh,
because
yeah.
he's just a system
I
quarterback.
agree.
Because all the
It's
things,
system, dude.
yeah, if Shanahan gets fired, what are you gonna have really? What are you gonna have
I
with this
Yeah,
kid?
mean-
it's crazy. Especially long
'Cause if you
term,
think-
like
Oh,
it's crazy
Yeah,
to sign him
if you
long term.
yeah, and if you take and you see how he is when he has when he loses his wide receivers or his targets, he doesn't
He's not
he doesn't
good.
play well.
He's not
he was
good.
okay
No.
this year, even with, but they're retooling in a little ways. They
They're
need
doing a slow
Christian
rebuild.
McCaffrey to
Yeah,
come back. They need Christian McCaffrey to come back, but
he's
When-
another one. Man.
when are you gonna hit? When are you gonna hit on a guy? Pause. Like that caliber. Like he was the last pick with the whole story. The whole like last pick, Mr.
They caught diamond in the rough with them when they caught lightning in a
Yeah.
bottle. I mean,
They traded
because they
3
had
first
Trey
round
Lance.
picks for Trey. Yeah, so
Yeah.
like you
Yeah, they-
kind of just have to hold on to him and just overpay a little bit.
Yeah, they're gonna have to overpay for this kid. He's
Oh.
making 500,000, I think, right?
Yeah.
Contract. Gotta
Yeah.
give him the bag. He
I mean,
earned it.
I guess he
won the
earned
Super
it.
Bowl.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he won the
was a
Super Bowl. And every
Was-
coach wants
yeah.
a quarterback. He's a coachable kid, clearly. He's not. He's not. He's a barely top 10 quarterback. You're gonna get what you pay for with him. He's just not gonna. He's gonna have to overpay for
He's
him.
a top 10 quarterback.
I think so.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's not. That
He's
much
either
competition.
11 or 10. Yeah, it's not much competition at quarterback,
Uh,
man.
I think he was borderline 10, I guess, or 11. He's also
Yeah,
25 years old, so you have him for another. You can give him like that 15-year deal like Patrick Mahomes got.
Yeah,
And you
just
got him for the rest of the
incentivize. Yeah, you just make it incentivize the shit for him. Don't give
But
him a
he's a
guarantee.
top 10 quarterback.
I mean, we already know the top five, right? Or six. You got like Mahomes, Lamar Jackson,
Who's ahead
Allen.
of him though? Really, like honestly,
Like Lamar,
Burrow,
Mahomes, Burrow, Lamar, Allen, Hurts,
Hurts,
C.J.
Herbert.
Stroud, Jane
Okay.
Daniels, Herbert.
You see with the Jaden Daniels thing, man, I don't know right now. It's 1 year. He doesn't have a body of work. I want to give him a top 10 because
I think he has better
deserves to be top
potential,
five.
and he had a
Yeah,
better
you're
year
basing
this
it on
year.
potential, but you know who else had potential? RG3 had potential. You know what I mean?
Sam Darnold
You know
had
what I mean?
potential.
Sam Darnold. Well, you say that, but
Yeah. Well, hey, no hating. I'm just saying, if we're gonna ball wash, Jaden Daniels, we're gonna ball wash Sam Darnold too.
yeah, I don't think Jaden Daniels top 10 yet. Not
Yeah,
yet.
I
I
agree.
want to give
Okay,
him
like
that.
okay, it's Tua.
No,
No, he's not. Even,
No.
no.
Top 15 for Tua. He's like maybe 15 or 14.
we said Herbert, right?
Sam
We
Darnold
said
question
Herbert.
mark? Sam Darnold
No.
question mark? Jared Goff question mark?
Okay, I was gonna say Jared Goff.
Yeah, Jared Goff.
Sam Darnold had a good year though, like right?
He had
Like
one good year though.
Yeah,
okay,
he's
so
Yeah,
we're having the one good years.
I need body of
1-year
work.
wonders
Man.
don't count.
Kyler Murray?
Eh.
Wait, so where we at right now? What number are we up to? 7 or 8?
9.
9?
Yeah,
Oh no, I
Kyler
think I got
Murray's-
Purdy. I got Purdy over Kyler Murray.
Oh my God, Matthew Stafford?
Yeah. We have to put him in.
You have to
there,
put Matthew there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford's 10.
Body
And
of
then-
work does count.
And then I guess
Then
Purdy will be like
11. Look,
uh
he's top 15, man. He's definitely top 15.
yeah, I'll say it's top 15. Yeah, but like, are you
But
gonna
he's
give record-breaking numbers for a top 15 quarterback?
I
I don't
I
mean,
mean,
know.
unfortunately, you have to in this league.
Yeah.
yeah,
It
and
kind
the
of
thing is, too,
dictates that.
we won't, but the league is dictated that way,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
he has
it's going
leverage.
that way.
He has leverage. You could control this kid. You know what I mean? Like, and he could control. Like, he earned it. He literally earned it.
If you
He's
can
gonna
get
get
him,
outrageous money.
if you can get him in like a 10-year deal or a 15-year deal, like how they locked up Patrick Mahomes,
Mhm.
absolutely. If it was like 4 years, I don't know what's
If he can
200
get,
million or some shit like that. It's like, nah, don't do
if they somehow can get him 50, man, it's a sign that it's a win-win for San Francisco. If you could get that kid under 50, like keep it at 50 a year, like, kind of like a $50 million, like, you know what I mean? That's a good deal.
Like Jordan Love kind of deal. He was like what,
Yeah.
50 million, right? I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Jordan, hold on. Jordan Love like played half a season and he got like record-breaking
That
numbers,
money, yeah.
which is crazy to me.
And I'm not high on him at all. I am not high on him at all.
Oh yeah, we didn't
I'm
even
not-
talk about Jordan Love at being top 10.
He wasn't in my list at all.
Yeah.
He wasn't even on my list. Because you're
Because
basing
the
it.
body
He
of
got
work
paid
just
off.
isn't there, dude.
Yeah, and his play. He just because he just had a great playoff run. One playoff run.
One good game,
You know what I mean?
basically, against the.
I mean, they went like what
Niners.
13. They went 13-3 this year, so like they had a good.
Mhm.
Yeah, a good
Season.
season.
Yeah, but he had a good season. But I don't know if he had a good year. Did he have a good year himself? Did he even
Oh.
get to the Pro Bowl?
I don't think they care about the Pro Bowls. I'm not.
No,
gonna lie
nobody
to you.
cares. I don't even care neither. But he's an all pro.
But
at least.
Malik, not neighbors, but
Willis.
Willis.
Willis
Where are you
is
going with
another good shout with the Jets. I think.
Oh,
Is he a free agent? I don't.
But he's not going to cost much as a backup. He shouldn't even cost
he's a
much at all.
backup.
Yeah, but he shouldn't cost much at all. That's a third round pick right there, maybe even a fourth.
I don't know, but it depends on like. I think he flourished because of how
that system,
great,
right?
great that coach was. So if he goes to the Jets and just stinks it up, it's not on
It's
him.
not. And I think too,
Yeah.
Aaron Glenn will probably want to vet, like a legit vet, just to because he's still a rookie
Yeah.
rookie head coach. So
I
you don't
would.
have that's too much of a gamble.
I don't go with Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins can't move. He's too old. He's like
That's the thing, but-
41, 40.
No, is he still is he like 36, old 36, 37-year-old? Kirk
I
is
thought
in his
he's-
30s, man. He's just old. I mean, he has
Kirk
old limbs.
is like 37 or 38 or something like that.
He's 38,
Yeah.
but torn Achilles is like just
There's add-on years. Yeah. And he doesn't move at all.
Yeah, he wasn't mobile before, so I mean, doesn't
He's
help.
one of the last ones, right? Like the last non-mobile quarterbacks.
So Jordan Love had less touchdowns than last season.
He had a meniscus, MCL injury in like week 1 because they were playing in Brazil for some reason.
Yeah,
He had
and
less
everybody was sick. I'm
yards,
surprised.
Same
I'm
amount of
surprised he's the only one that got hurt.
interceptions. Better quarterback rating.
I think Jordan Love was fighting through an MCL. I am not a Jordan Love lover, by the way. Pause. I hate that man, but I said pause.
Yeah,
but
he did pause.
Still,
yeah, I know. I'm just joking.
I think he still has potential in a way.
Oh no, I think he has. I agree with the potential there. I just think they just rushed to give him that contract.
Yes, I agreed.
I think they just rushed to it. I think the potential is there, but he has to, because there's still plays in, like, dude, he makes plays that's just like this interceptions are ghastly sometimes. I mean, what are you look? It's like Daniel Jones-esque. You know what I mean?
It's damned if you do, damned if you don't, because
exactly
you get contracts like you get Dak Prescott contracts and Daniel Jones contracts where you wait too long and then you give him $60 million.
Yeah.
And then you're kind of like asked out, or you just give him it now, and then in like 3 or 4 years, those contracts might be like, they got him for how much? Whoa!
Yeah.
Like what?
I
so
think,
like who knows?
That's why it makes no sense. That's why, like, if I'm the Texans, your team, I'll see if I could extend CJ now.
I mean, it's year 2. It's technically year 3 for this. So like maybe, but like I think they can.
Because the market right now, because its market might blow up outrageous. You might never see that kid again.
But it might be the opposite, where it's like the market's so competitive because there's so many good quarterbacks coming out. You know, you can go for Archie Manning. There's so many good quarterbacks coming out of the draft.
That's what everybody's going for next year, right? That's pretty much tank for Archie.
Tank for Archie, baby.
If he commits, it's him or the LSU guy.
For now, yeah. There's the the LSU kid, and then the kid that was in Georgia. He went to Miami now.
I don't think he's gonna be a first rounder.
Well, again, he has to. He the reason why he didn't come out because he hurt his elbow during that bowl game, and then he came. He was supposed to come out this year, but he decided to come back another year and build his stock. Now again, if he can do it, because he's a big quarterback. Minus the elbow injury, God knows what it's going to look like going forward. But before the elbow injury, he had an arm, he had a cannon. But he's also one of those system kind of quarterbacks as well, like Ewers. I'm not sold on him. I think Archie, he pretty much is a 2-man race again. Right as of right now, it's still way early. Like you're gonna have some outliers next year for sure.
I think
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I think there's a better quarterback draft next year than this year.
I think so too. Yeah, Archie Manning would be easily the number 1 quarterback this year.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, he's better than Cam and Shador.
Cam Ward is.
Listen, I want the Giants. I want the Giants to draft. But I think they're so tied in with Shador. It's pretty much a done deal.
I think Archie Manning has potential, and I think he has the money behind him because he's a Manning. Mm-hmm. Like you draft him, you're immediately getting like 90 ads, right? With him.
Yeah, your revenue is gonna go up.
Yeah.
Ticket sales and stuff. It's like Bronny in a way, but like.
But the thing is, though, he could ball. The kid can play. Like he played. Yeah, when he started for Texas, when the kid went down, he won those 2 games decisively, and he could run. Out of all the Mannings, he's more of a running quarterback.
A mobile one.
He's a mobile Manning.
Well, the other brother was a wide receiver, but he just he had a disease or some shit like that. So
was it a disease, right? Yeah, I heard something about. I thought it was an injury, like some catastrophic injury, but not thinking it was like some disease or something.
The oldest brother.
Yeah, so it's
wide receiver.
The one they don't talk about.
His dad. Right. So
again, like these Mannings, man, they don't. That's one family that's they could just ball. They just ball, man.
Balls.
I gotta see who wins the Heisman next year to see if he's really worth it or not. Or if they win the Natty, then I'll be like, okay, maybe. But I can't really give him he's locked in for number 1 this year.
Yeah, I think he's definitely gonna be a lot. Because just by name alone, he's gonna be a lot. He just needs to take you to. I mean, the Natty will make him like he'll be automatic number 1. I don't think he really has to show off that much. I think the talent is already there.
The Texas team is loaded.
Yeah, that's a stacked team. That's why it's gonna be like unfair. You know what I mean? Right. Like, because if the knock on him is like, oh, is it because he's in Texas? If he was in another school, would he be that good? That's
Right.
gonna be the knock on him. Like Eli went to Ole Miss, you know what I mean, and he showed out.
I mean,
and
yeah, you can go to
in
like
Ole Miss.
Alabama or whatever.
So
I
like
mean,
with Texas,
Carson Wentz went to North Dakota State, so you know.
see there you go.
School
And Josh
doesn't
Allen went
really
to where?
matter.
Why? Right,
Wyoming,
but
I
again,
think,
like
right?
yeah, Wyoming. That's what I'm
Wyoming,
saying. Like
yeah,
with
Josh
with
Allen.
with Archie, just be like you're just basing everything on just talent.
Well, you also got like Zach Wilson went to BYU and went second overall, so who knows?
Well, you know, he's getting that Mormon puss, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what
Oh
happened.
man, this guy.
Hate is
Well-
generational on this pod.
Well, I don't know if he's gonna be a drama queen like Jimmy Butler, dude. Like, I don't know if he's just gonna like be like, nah, I want to be on this team and this team only or whatever.
Well, look, if I'm Shador, I'm doing that. Like, who the hell wants to go to Cleveland?
Yeah.
If
I don't think Cleveland's drafting quarterback. They're fully rebuilding. They're getting
Yeah,
like maybe a back, like an edge or whatever.
No, I think they're gonna go for Travis Hunter. They're gonna go for the best player in the draft.
Abdul Carter is my shout for the Browns.
Really?
I think it's Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter. Like whoever's number one. Is that Titans? Titans. Hunter.
What about Mason Graham, the edge from Michigan? Because I think if especially if they let Garrett go, they might go after Mason Graham.
I think Abdul Carter is a better player overall. I think Mason Graham might slide to the Jets.
That'll be good for you guys. You guys would
That
need
would be
him.
good. I would like that.
Yeah, he will be an automatic star right off the rip.
Because I think the Giants go Shadur and then who's number 4? Jaguars, right?
Jaguars.
I think Jaguars. Oh, Jaguars might get Mason Graham. Who knows?
Yeah, they need an edge too.
Or
Yeah,
McMillan, the wide receiver, because you know they need.
Yeah, and then because we got Tennessee pretty much gonna go with Cam, right? It's really the draft wouldn't start till probably after.
Oh, Cam, yeah. I was saying Hunter for number 1.
Nah, because they need a quarterback.
They said they don't want to give up a generational talent, or they're gonna draft generational talent. So
Well, Hunter will be that guy. You know what I mean? If you look at it, Hunter is the best player overall in the draft. Overall.
Yeah. 4 is the Patriots.
Like
Patriots are at 4.
Oh, Patriots at 4.
Yeah.
Who's number
So
2?
they might go-
Jaguars.
Jaguars
Browns,
are at
Browns.
5. Browns are at 2. Titans at 1.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Patriots are definitely getting McMillan, and then
They're going wide receiver,
Jaguars-
right?
Yeah, they have to go wide receiver.
Patriots going wide receiver, yeah.
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 wide
Patriots
receivers
going to go wide receiver. So it'll be
Unless Hunter slips to him, I think.
Hunter's not going past Jaguars for sure. He's not going to go past the Jaguars. I think the Jaguars going to just take him. But they'll probably take best player available.
So what?
But they
So
need
wait. So it's Titans, Browns, Giants, Patriots, right?
Yeah.
So Hunter is gonna go to the Patriots, right?
No, I don't think they're going to go. Well, he is a wide receiver too. You're right. I
Yeah.
forgot he's a wide receiver as well.
Yeah. He's
Unless-
a wide receiver
unless
and
they-
CB, and they need both of those.
unless they
things,
think-
so.
I think unless they
Because
think
then-
McMillan is a better player overall.
Well, I think he's a better receiver than Hunter.
Yeah, but
But then you're losing that generational talent off the rip.
yeah.
Because Hunter will be pretty much your every down corner and your situational wide receiver, your home run guy,
Mhm.
like worthy. That's where I see Hunter as. That's why I was hoping if the Giants were smart, I thought they'll draft him at 3 and then go for the quarterback in the second round, and then find
They
a
could do that.
bridge.
They could do
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
and then get a bridge right now. But I think Shador is so locked in, and they're all tied in together. Like the Giants, really, their window is so small. They have to win now or show some type of that they're going in the right direction. So they might just go for Shador. Although I think Cam will be the better choice.
We need to see that video of the GM's kid talk about quarterbacks this year and see what he can do. Because he was like, "Go get Jalen Daniels," and I was like, "Bro,
he knew. That
hindsight."
kid knew. Garrett, you know this. I've been saying Jaden. I've been tuning Jaden Daniels horn pause for the longest.
Yeah,
I
was on that
saying
too.
that.
I was like, they should draft Jaden Daniels. He's like the real deal.
It would have been
Upside,
hard
I
for
mean.
them to get him. It would have been so hard to get him because they would have had to give up everything, every draft capital they had.
But it would have been worth it, probably.
To me, I would have done it. I would have pulled the trigger 100%.
Yeah, it would have been worth it.
I knew this kid, the potential of this kid. I'm like, this is the kid.
I don't think Commanders would give up on him though.
No. I think they're gonna build around him. This was
No, I was saying like during the draft, I don't think they're gonna trade down for unless you give him like 6
deal they
first-round
can't
picks.
refuse. That's a deal they can't
Yeah.
refuse, like the Bears did
Yeah.
for what's his face for Trubisky or whatever.
Trubisky, yeah. Again, if we was looking at this last year, I would have just gave him 3 first-round picks and some second rounds or whatever. I would have given whatever they want for that second pick.
Yeah, but like the problem is, I don't think Jalen Daniels will like. I feel like he would get absolutely annihilated on the Giants.
I don't think so. I think he's just that guy you
He's
could
too
put him in
mobile
play.
to get annihilated.
He's too good, man. I think he's just too good.
Yeah, but he has no wide receiver because you gave up on Neighbors.
Right, but I still think he would have figured it out. Look, he did with McLaughlin.
Terry's good. Terry's good.
He's fine.
Terry's top 15. Put some respect on my boy Terry.
He's fine.
Yeah,
He finally
fine.
gets a quarterback.
Amazing. They're not amazing wide receivers.
Scary Terry finally gets a quarterback, and he's cooking.
Listen, pay attention to the Commanders' free agency this year. They're gonna get an edge. They're gonna load up that defense. Because the biggest weakness is on defense, and they're gonna get that number 1 wide receiver. That's what they're gonna do. No, Commanders.
Oh, Commanders.
They're gonna pay attention to them. They got a lot of cap. I believe they got a lot of money to spend.
They're like 30
you
million.
Get T Higgins?
We looked it up before.
Yeah.
It's like 30 million.
Yeah.
So they're gonna go.
They're gonna spend some money.
Think I get T Higgins?
I mean,
why not?
Might as well
get him because they don't need a generational wide receiver. They just need a guy that can pick up play because your generational guy is already on the team. You just got a guy to catch the ball and make it play. You know, T Higgins will be that number 1 guy. He's been in Jamar Chase's shadow for the longest. This is gonna be his time to shine, and he's gonna shine. And then you get some edges on you take it at defense, especially the corners. Oh my god,
dude,
you know what I mean? The Commanders are gonna be a good team, bro. A really good team.
If they have the opportunity to get Myles Garrett and Cooper Kupp,
get them.
By all means, that'll be a fucking insane move.
Myles Garrett would be perfect for that team because he'll be the leader of that team.
He'll be the leader of the defense.
Yeah, he'll command that defense.
I don't know if he named them on the team that he wants to go to. I think he named like the Ravens, Bills, Eagles, some other teams, but I don't know if
get away from the Eagles, man. We don't need to fucking help the Eagles, man. Come on, man.
They have the ability to do it. So imagine the Chiefs trade Chris Jones for Myles Garrett.
Look, one thing I'll say about Chris Jones, although he's also a great player, he does take games off. Not plays. He takes games off.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, so I mean, I wouldn't be mad.
It's an interesting
trade. I wouldn't be mad.
Kind of similar players in a way, like both pretty dominant at
but
positions. But
how old is Myles Garrett? Because I know being in Cleveland drains your soul. He looks older than what he probably is, man.
I think he's in his 30s.
No, he was the year before Baker, right? No, he's the Patrick Mahomes draft. He was the Patrick Mahomes draft.
He was the number 1 pick, wasn't he?
27.
He's 29.
Fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew he was almost 30. I was like, he's pretty old.
Yeah. Well, he aged horribly, but that's because in Cleveland, he aged horribly.
Is Patrick Mahomes 29?
He's a 28 or 20. I think he's 28.
It was the same draft. It was the same draft as him.
Doesn't mean they're the same age. They could be guys could be older.
I think Patrick is 28 going to 29. I think his birthday is end of the month or some shit like that. He's
29 too.
Oh, okay.
Mahomes is 29 as well.
Okay. Yeah. He needs to get. I don't think he's gonna catch Brady at all, but I think he's gonna catch Montana. He probably beat Montana. I said he probably get like a solid 5.
Do we have time to talk about terrible trades in the NBA or no?
I mean, we can talk about it for a little bit. We've been going for an hour
let's do
already.
it.
It's already been an hour.
All right,
make it 10
knock
minutes,
that out
and then
there.
we just it's like,
kick the haystack.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get. This is one of the worst. It depends on which team you're looking at. Dude, there's protesting going on in Dallas as we speak. He played 1 game. He played 3 quarters. Didn't get touched. Injured for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks.
Anthony Davis? Oh no.
Yeah, he's out indefinitely.
What, 24 and 13? He had 24 points, 13 rebounds.
He had a good game.
He had a great game.
The classic Anthony Davis way.
Yeah. What is he? He was a groin pull? He hurt his groin or some shit?
I thought it was a shoulder, but I don't know.
I think it's some lower body area, but who cares, man? Like, was it surprising when I saw that shit? I chuckled hard, bro. How much do you think this guy, the owner, is eating right now?
A big bowl of dicks.
Yeah,
The owner defended the trade, so he was like,
course
if
he
you
did.
name all the talents, it's Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, and they practice every day or whatever. And I was just
who
like,
gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Look at all the Eastern European players. They all look like this kid. They all look like
Luka
this kid.
is.
His work ethic is good. Yes, his work ethic is questionable. I get it, but he's still a generational talent. He's a young
Offensive
idiot
talent
kid.
too.
Yeah, offensive. His defense is dog shit. But you
Yeah.
knew that.
He's 25, bro. He could have been smoking cigarettes, walking
Yeah.
down the court with that shit.
And I'm still not trading him. I'm still not trading him.
So the
Ian
Jimmy
fucking-
Butler trade, right? I pulled up the
Yeah.
trade. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was terrible.
There's so many pieces to it. So many players.
Did anybody win? Who really won this trade?
I mean, the Heat got a pretty good
The Heat.
package back.
In Utah, technically Utah.
Utah did too, actually. I mean,
You know who the biggest loser? The biggest loser in all this trade is Dennis Schroeder, bro.
No,
yeah,
I'll say
He traveled
I'll
like
say
4
the Suns.
times.
I'll say the
aren't-
Suns.
Suns aren't in the trade, are they? No, they're not.
No, but
Talk
they're
about-
the biggest. They're the biggest loser because they were
Overall, the overall loser. yeah.
reportedly they wanted to trade Kevin Durant for Jimmy Butler,
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Straight
I
up.
did see that.
Yeah,
and
And
that would have been insane. So
yeah. He said it would first it was Beal, right? It was so Beal for Butler in the beginning, and
but
then
Beal
I think-
said no.
because he has a no trade clause, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
And then because you give him a no trade clause, are you
But
serious?
he's
Anyway,
lifted it in the past, so like he could have lifted it if he wanted to be traded, but
right? But that's he was leaving Washington to go play with the Suns. Of course, you'll
Right.
lift it. You know what I mean? Like I would lift the trade to go anywhere, but well, except for Detroit, anybody else. You know what I mean? But- That was the deal Washington gave him. His money does not come to the Suns. Washington's still paying that deal.
that's crazy.
That's Washington's money, yeah.
For
So
Beal?
Yeah,
remember they gave him that extension. That's Washington money. The Suns are not
Yeah,
tied
yeah,
to Beal's
yeah,
money.
yeah. Well, I mean, the Suns are gonna pay for the Beal's money, but like,
Yeah, they're paying.
they
the first
didn't
money
give him
now,
that
yeah.
money. But
Right. Washington gave him the money. I'm sorry. Yeah. So the Suns did lose because then they had a KD to Golden State, and KD said no.
because
Which is-
KD wanted to stay in the Suns, and he's low key might debate. Now he might debate going into the free agency in 2026 and be like, "Yeah, screw this team."
They said they wanted to trade me. Why would I feel comfortable staying there?
It's fair.
Because like it's the same scenario with Darren Fox. Is like 2026,
That
Luca,
was a good trade. That
Darren
was a good
Fox, and Jimmy Butler technically was, and Kevin Durant are all hitting the free agency at the same time, and you're gonna pay a man like $86 million a year. That was the offer for Luca, but like Kevin Durant, the
trade.
Suns,
36 or something like that.
yeah, he's gonna be like 37, and the Suns probably won't resign him or probably have no opportunity because they're gonna sink the bed this year. Who knows what's gonna happen next year with that team because
I
they're
feel
just gonna
so
get
bad
older.
for Booker, man. Booker deserved better.
He's probably gonna request a trade next year, and then they're just gonna force the Suns' hand to the scenario where they have to just get like a Jimmy Butler trade happen, where it's just like one first round pick, some measly players, and that's about it.
It's too late now because Butler he signed a 2-year deal with Golden State for 121 million.
Yeah, I mean they could
Yeah.
technically trade Draymond, but they're gutting the whole offense.
Yeah. So they're stuck with Butler for 2 more years, right?
They extended him. I think he has 4 more, technically 3 more years, because it was a player
Okay.
option and then 2 years, right? I think.
Something like that. His contract is all weird to me. It was I think it's a 3-year with an opt out in the second year.
Yeah, but I don't know why the Warriors did that move. I really don't.
It was a desperate move. It was a desperate. They needed something. It was like they needed something. They threw some shit on the wall and see the stick. That was the only one that could stick. I think they
Well,
really
like-
wanted that KD deal
Yeah,
because I think the rumor was like Steph called KD. And KD didn't seem like he wanted to come back.
Yep.
Which is ridiculous. Like first of all, Steph, you got those rings because of Steph. You know what I mean? Like, let's come on now. Like, you don't want to win more rings. Like, sometimes
but
you gotta
like,
understand. Like, you can't win on your own. You can't build a team around you to win. It didn't work in Brooklyn, and first it didn't work in OKC. It didn't work in Brooklyn. It's not gonna work in Phoenix. Your team's too front loaded.
maybe
You
he
just
just
gotta learn. You can't win on your own, man.
maybe he just likes Phoenix, like the area.
I like Phoenix too, but I don't think given the team that wanted to trade you twice.
I think he hates the team now, but like I think he likes the area, like the living
Yeah.
situation. You know,
I think that's a great area to live in too. I agree with it. I would love
the
to live there.
taxes. You
Me
know,
too.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's low taxes.
Yeah,
That's,
I would-
that's
Yeah,
the
I would love
most-
to live out there.
That's the highest
But you know
priority,
what?
I think, for most
You
players.
can live out there in the off season. You can go there in the off season. Go there in the off season. Live out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. His market is not going to be very high next year anyway. Who's fucking going to give him a crazy deal? That's
A
I'm
lot
pretty
of
sure.
people.
Yeah,
A lot
but
of
is he
people
on a championship team?
The Pistons will give him a deal, right, Ja?
Yeah, Pistol will give him anything he wants.
I don't know. Like in my opinion, I don't think Kevin Durant wants to care about championships anymore. I think he's a Hall of Famer, regardless of if you're
Yeah, I
retiring
agree. But
tomorrow.
like, then what's the point of keep playing though? What is he playing for?
Yeah,
Money.
What's he playing for? I mean,
You're just making bank.
Already.
he has made a lot of money though, hasn't he?
He-
Like a lot.
But like in reality, him and Kyrie are the same scenario where they're just ballers. They just play ball for the game.
I honestly think Kyrie wouldn't mind going for another run without LeBron. I think that's a chip on Kyrie's shoulder. Win one without LeBron. It's futile. I don't think it's gonna
He's
work,
trying
but
hard,
I mean,
but
he's trying.
I mean, they went to the finals last year, ironically,
Exactly.
with the best
Yeah.
player on the team. But I don't know
Yeah.
what's gonna happen now.
I mean,
Yeah, I think the best trade of the league was that San Antonio trade and Sacramento trade. More so San Antonio. That trade was beautiful for them. They got the perfect fit for that team.
Oh,
He fits in like a glove.
hear me out.
Mhm.
Darren Fox wanted to make this move because he's not gonna go. Like, if he went in 2026 to San Antonio and it doesn't work, then he's either gonna get shipped out or he's gonna hit the free agency again. But he's kind of testing the waters now. So in 2026, if they're not really hot, he could move on for another team. And the
That's a
Spurs
huge
are-
gamble, though.
you know.
I honestly think the year of Wemby is literally another year away.
But
It's gonna be Wemby's league.
It
I
is
think
gonna be
they're
soon.
happy
Yeah.
because the Spurs have the Atlanta Hawks first round picks.
Ooh,
Unprotected, by the way.
Yes, it is
So
unprotected.
this year, the Spurs might have another number one overall pick, and Cooper Flag might be a Spur.
Dude, that's a fire team. And then you have De'Aaron
Yeah.
Fox,
Yeah,
Castle, who I'm very high on. I'm very high on that kid Castle. Then you have Wemby, and then you might have Cooper Flag.
Yeah.
You have CP3 right now on the bench, or wherever the fuck he's at right now.
Yeah.
As a lead, and I think he's gonna be a good coach too. I think CP3 will be a great coach. But right now, this team is looking good. Right now, I mean, look, you can see where this team is going. It's only gonna get better and better and better. So again, the year of Wemby might be a year away.
Yeah, I always liked
I had
him a
this- and
lot too.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like I thought he would have been in his probably fourth or fifth year before we start seeing it. But this kid is legit.
legit,
I
Yeah, I
I
liked him from the
understood the kid.
beginning.
I did. I was kind of like, I had Kristaps Porzingis stick figure written all over him, but I was wrong. I think
he's
it's
a
his
freak,
year.
dude. He's a freak.
Yeah, he's a legit freak because
He
he's
can
like
shoot,
Giannis
though.
He
with
can
a
play
jump shot.
defense. He can do everything.
he can
Yeah.
dribble. He
Yeah,
can
he-
like
Yeah, he's
play point guard. It's crazy.
everything Giannis should be.
He's like a point
the
guard and a
extension of Giannis.
7-footer.
Yeah, I think this is what Giannis should have been. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's exactly. what
Giannis was
should
like
have been.
Giannis coming into the league
Was raw. He was raw
yeah.
talent. He was very raw, but the potential was there. And you know what? He is who he is. He's still great.
I just
But I'm
want
He's
just-
still a great player. Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
to confront the guys that went out and said that the Mavs are a better team now. I want to hear those motherfuckers out because they don't have their second star player. Number one. Number two, the Lakers also traded for Mark Williams
Oh, that's
Right?
rescinded. It rescinded.
and rescinded because he failed his physical. How do you
Yeah.
feel coming back to your old team and be like, yeah, we traded you. Now we're like, welcome back to the team, I guess. I don't know what's
Yeah.
going like.
But he in his tweets, he was happy to leave.
Yeah.
Like he was really happy. He was like he had blue and what is it, purple and yellow hearts. He was super happy.
That's
And
crazy.
then
And he failed his physical.
mean-
What an
he
idiot.
failed his physical. Yeah.
I mean, would you won't be happy if you're playing with Luka Doncic and you just have to like jump 2 feet in the air and just dunk it like 8
Yeah.
times and win the like.
Nah, you have to go back to Charlotte and be a waste of space. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
It's like going to
And
Detroit.
imagine-
Imagine
yeah, like living in Detroit,
imagine
living in
Lakers
Detroit.
side though. Dalton could connect like
coming back.
Big-
Yeah, he should feel a type of way
yeah.
because
He's-
and him and Reddick. I remember. Did you see the outburst Reddick yelled at him on during the game?
Oh yeah, I saw that, but
On like a fuck up or some shit.
it's because like I think it was a play for connect, but like he took too long, so like right just called timeout or whatever.
Yeah,
And then he
yelled
shot
at
the
him.
ball afterwards. He's like, what's the point?
Yeah, I don't know because if with this Mark Williams trade, if it would have went down, I would have had the Lakers out. Hear me out. I would have had them like over the play-in. I think it would have been a legit playoff team.
I agree. Depends on the scenario. What happens with like the buyout market, like
Yeah, no,
Shooter.
now I don't. Now that trade is rescinded, I think this is a bad team again. I think they're just back to being maybe a playing team. But I'm saying if they would have had him, if that trade would have went through, they would have been a top 5.
Well, who knows? Well, like where Dennis Schroeder is gonna be. Again, oh, by the way, the Ben Simmons going to the Clippers bizarre for me. I don't know what happened there.
Who cares?
I mean, does
Who
he?
cares?
It doesn't matter, right? Because he can't play. He can't shoot the ball.
Hmm?
Play
He's
defense.
Mark-
a good defender, but like
Yeah. that's what I'm
Hear me
saying.
out.
they don't have
Like,
shooters.
he's gonna play for the Australian League next year. This kid is not. This is the last we're seeing this kid.
Nah, I see him signing another deal.
Nah.
I see him either
Why?
going to like
Yeah. Why?
because
It's
a
really
team
the question.
a team is gonna go after him and be like maybe he can be a good player. Like a Utah Jazz or a Pelicans or Atlanta Hawks might go after him.
Some
A
bottom
team
in a
tier
void.
team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a bottom tier, or possibly the Boston Celtics will just give him like a 1-year deal, like veteran minimum. Just be like, yeah, just ride the bench. You be our Blake
Yeah.
Griffin of the year, and then
You know what, man? I never forget this. When his draft pass came up and he was the number 1 pick, then that word on him was like the next LeBron. I'll never forget that because he was
Him-
just built like LeBron.
Yeah.
It was just his
Him-
I
build.
remember
His
that.
face was
Andrew
his build.
Wiggins and Zion Williamson. Those 3 guys got compared to LeBron, and none
Yeah.
of them panned out.
None of them lived up.
Yeah,
None of them
we-
lived up to
We
LeBron.
used to hate on Zion quite a bit. Remember?
Yeah, I hate his. Yeah,
Yeah.
Zion. Yeah,
Unfortunately-
Zion had everything I seen in Zion is exactly what I expected. His career is exactly how I expected it to go down.
Unfortunately,
Can't say
Andrew
healthy.
Wiggins got Jimmy Bullard, but
Yeah,
the other 2 I don't.
Wiggins would have been a good player. Wiggins is a good player. He's a very
He's
good
actually
player.
the best of
He
those
just-
3, I think.
Yeah, he is the best of those 3. The thing is with look, Zion is overall better talent,
Yeah,
but
Can't say
come
healthy.
on, Zion, yeah, he can't
Yeah.
stay healthy. Wiggins, remember he came in with a lot of hype to begin with, so
Right.
none of them are living to the hype. But he's really a decent player. The last championship they won against Boston, they don't win it without him. He won that. He won it. Steph,
Right.
Steph didn't have a great shooting game, a great shooting series at all against Boston. Wiggins really should have been the MVP of that series.
I think he's gonna have a resurgence in
I
Miami.
think it's change of scenery. Yeah, change of scenery for him was good. I think because he had some personal shit going on, and I think that the thing to Miami is going to benefit him. I think he's going to play with a chip on his shoulder, and it's going to work out for him. I think, but again, he's not. You don't build a team around him.
No.
All right, gentlemen,
But-
do we want to wrap it up soon?
Sure.
Yeah. What's it? Oh God,
Almost an
you
hour
went
and a
on.
half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Jesus.
not bad. It was a good run.
No, yeah. Well,
We talked
next
about
week.
a lot, so you know.
Yeah, next week most likely will be more draft, and then we're gonna add in some baseball.
Baseball,
Get
baseball is
What?
here finally.
Wait,
Yes.
baseball All-Star weekend, right? Next week or the week after?
I think it's the week
Wednesday?
after.
The week after. Okay.
Is it next week? Is
It
it?
feels like it's next week. I think.
Well, Anthony
Is he
Davis got
around-
replaced already, or they're announcing his replacement soon too. So who knows?
Yeah, Giannis is out, right? He's out for 2-3 weeks, right?
Giannis and AD are out, so
Well, AD, but you know what I mean?
unfortunately,
Who didn't see that coming?
Mavericks don't have an All-Star now.
Oh yeah, it is. It's
Nope.
February 14th to the 16th, so it's next weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, Valentine's Day.
Yeah, Valentine's Day.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, ladies
All
and
right, man.
gentlemen, thank you guys for tuning in for the Sportsload. Keep liking, subscribe, leave a comment or not, whatever. We out. See you next weekend.
Like and subscribe.